so it's Thanksgiving morning, and last year we blogged for the month, and this year we'll be going live throughout the day. Show you where we are with our turkey. We've already had breakfast. Nancy's just finishing up. Had a little issue with the Keurig, first time using it. First cup of coffee came out really small, so when I was making the hot chocolate, I added more water. And of course, the obvious happened, it overflowed. So we're still trying to figure out the right water to coffee ratio thing. But it worked out great. Peppermint hot chocolate's all gone. So that was a nice treat this morning. Nancy's still drinking coffee.
The second cup, by the way. Thanks again, Laura.
Yep. So we'll let you know, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, sorry, I had to check the beans. We're stuffing the bird right now. You already went through the rinsing and seasoning, and here's the stuffing, and it's boiling hot, so I can't stuff by hand, which is...
The stuffing is boiling hot.
The stuffing is hot, yeah. We made the beans already. They're cooking. I still have to make the cream sauce, but that I'll do in a little while. Our goal is to get the turkey in by 11.
It's 10:30.
So we're right on track. It is, how big of a turkey is this, Shem?
It's a 21.03 pound turkey. And it didn't come with a pop-up. We're very confused by that. It's a butterball, had an easy opening bag, but no pop-up. This is really...
And the bag really was very easy opening.
Yeah. Didn't need scissors, didn't need knife, but they forgot to put the pop-up in the turkey. So they fix one thing and break another.
Yep. But John's got a thermometer. So we're good. There's a lot. Dust don't over stuff, but I'm not even hardly in
But there's a lot of room inside there, so...
Yeah. Although, I can't go in too much with my hands, because again, it's really still damn hot.
It says we're live, but nobody's watching. I'm very disappointed.
Where's Peggy?
I don't know. You know what? I'm going to tap finish if it comes. Okay, we're live.
Hey everybody, we're trying again. Nobody was watching before, so we're trying again.
So we're just putting more stuffing in the bird.
Yeah, it's got a lot of room. And we're going to have some leftover stuffing, which we can cook in the pan. That kind of stuffing gets crispy, which is kind of cool, too. In Bob's mom's house, they fight over the crispy part.
Really?
Yep.
Beth always says they fight over the real stuffing, the stuffing, and the bird.
Yeah,
So
at Bob's house, they fight over the crispy stuffing on the outside.
Yeah. And we can have some crispy stuff on the inside because we'll be able to have a little overlap.
Yeah. So, I don't know how much more of this could fit. It says don't overstuff. Looks like there's room in the back, but we don't...
Too late. We already put the bag in, so we're not doing that. We decided not to do it this year.
Not to feed the back of the turkey, yeah.
Or it's really the front, I think.
I don't know.
We don't want to go there.
Yeah.
It's just a turkey.
It is.
All right, I think that's good, Nance.
One more, just for
All
now,
right.
but... Okay. There's enough stuffing there.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll save that stuffing, will fit in a bowl, and we'll cook that, put that in a little later. So we have a viewer?
Yeah.
Who's viewing?
Cat Murray.
Hey! Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Hey, so we're live, stuffing a bird. It's Thanksgiving. At my place.
At John's place.
Yeah, thanks. Go find
And I guess we're at that point now where we're done. We're going to seal up the thing. I got to rinse my hands because they're
Go rinse it.
pretty nasty.
And we're about a half hour out before we put it in the bird. So catch everybody later. Bye.
Hey people of Thanksgiving, it's Nancy here at John's house. We are currently making the beans. We've been cutting for a while, and see, we cut up the end, cut up the other end, and then bing, bing, bing. We've got beans. We're getting ready to make Mother's cream green beans, which is a creature family and always has been a Lever family favorite. I don't know what you else want me to say, John. What up?
All right. Actually, it was a Powers family favorite. Aunt Janet loved these beans. Mom made them for Aunt Janet when Aunt Janet wasn't doing well, and brought them for her just for, you know, a special treat. She didn't realize Aunt Janet loved them so much, but Mom always made them. So that was one of our surprises. It was really a Powers thing, I think.
Yeah, it was. Mom made them. Mom made them. So yeah, it was a Powers family thing. I don't know if Grandma Powers made them. You know, we were actually, John and I, and Lois for that matter, were too young to remember Grandma Powers. You older Powers cousins could probably attest to the fact that this was a Powers thing. But we've eat these beans all the time. Lois wasn't so much a favorite. John and I loved them. They're great on mashed potatoes if you don't have gravy.
Or if you just want to do a second helping of mashed potatoes and do it without the gravy, but do it with the thing. I will say that you do need to add salt to them. It's one of the few things I still salt.
It doesn't matter. You cook the beans with salt. You put a little salt in the cream sauce. The beans still need a little salt. It's something about vegetables. You know, just like potatoes. Potatoes can take a lot of salt and don't taste and won't taste salty. It's one of the only things my son salts because he doesn't salt anything, but the beans. He could eat these for a meal and be done for the day. Although he is meat boy, so turkey will be big on his plate.
So thanks again for watching, and we'll be coming back later. And yes, my volume is up. Great. Okay, but, you know, it's an iPad. It's not a good device. What can I say? It's only, you know, an iPad 2, so sorry, Laura, if you can't hear too good. We're talking as loud as we can. Well, we'll go live again later. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey y'all. Okay, we finished boiling the beans and now we're going to drain them so I can make the cream sauce. I'm going to scrape some of the bean goo out. That's just the little bean goo stuff. I'm just going to make it in the same pan, not rinse it. It's not necessary.
I think those are called seeds.
Fine, but I'm cooking. I'm the chef. It's goo. So, we're going to pause for a second.
There is no pause. We're live. People are watching. There's no pause. We have to be going. That's the point of going live.
Where's my recipe?
You don't have a recipe.
I do have a little bit notated down, so I keep track of what I'm doing.
She didn't tell me she had a recipe. All right.
Somebody once asked, how do you make the beans? So I wrote it down.
Oh. Mom never had a recipe. She just did it. And the sound is fixed. We switched to the phone, Laura, so that might be why the sound is working better. I'm talking. Can you hear me? Is she yelling at you? No, she was telling me about the thing. Can you hear me when I talk? Not you, Nance, Laura.
What? I can hear you fine, John. John, do you have a measuring cup?
Yeah, somewhere.
I could use that right now.
Probably in that one right there. We found it. See, I know where stuff is in my kitchen.
You're good. Do I need to wash this before?
Of course. It's in there for, months with ever not being touched, so we wash everything before we use it. Thanks, Laura, for giving us the update. We're still going live with the thing. Nancy has to rinse out the measuring cup because, of course, it just sits in a drawer in a cabinet for months.
All right.
Uh-oh. She wipes her brow, goes back to the recipe.
2 tablespoons corn. Okay. All right. I'm going to try 3 cups of milk because...
We're going to spin around. Woo!
So I'm going to try 3 cups of cream sauce.
Won't have to write it down, Laura, because now we've got it live on video. Laura said we have to write it down.
It is written down. All right, 3 tablespoons cornstarch. I like Argo because I think that's the only kind you can buy.
Bobby Flay's got nothing on us, man.
Yeah.
Food Network, here we come. The next Food Network stars.
Yes. Rock on.
Rock on. Roll on.
Yeah. Okay, we need stick butter too.
Okay.
Hold on. How much butter? Half a stick of butter. We're going to
use the right one.
I am.
Because there's unsalted butter in there.
I don't want to use unsalted.
No, don't want to use the unsalted butter. That would be... Don't say what one out loud, Laura. Bored. Oh, Laura's bored now. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
All right, we'll spin around again. Woo.
1 cup.
It's like we're on the teacup ride while we're cooking. Hey, it's Food Network. You know, we got to make it live. Make it fun. All right.
2 cups.
2 cups of butter. Milk. Uh-oh.
3.
Now I'm dizzy. Okay.
3 cups of milk.
We got a like. We got a thumbs up. All right, that's great. Thanks for the thumbs up. Wrong one, Nancy. You were lighting the back burner.
I was just, that was for a fact. So you don't light the raw burner.
Right. Never light the wrong burner because that could cause a fire and that would ruin Thanksgiving. Not to mention, wouldn't do good for the beans either.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't cook. Well, they cook pretty fast, I guess, in a fire. A little fire faster than you want. All right, she's slowly mixing that. Now, this is totally different than the way Mom used to do it.
Mom used the flour and thing, but...
And never cooked it in the pan. She would whisk it in the thing and then add it. So, this is
the way I do it. And everybody seems to like the beans, so...
No, I didn't, Laura. I was always kind of confused and busy and things were going on, so I never got the thermometer. Laura asked if we got a thermometer for the oven.
No, we're just going to deal with it. All right. Stir the cornstarch until it dissolves. It dissolves much quicker and much easier than flour. And since we're using that butter...
Butter. Real butter.
Stick of butter. Because I'm making 3 cups.
Okay. We're going to take a quick look at the recipe.
I need salt and I need pepper. I would have used kosher salt because that's what I have at home. John doesn't have kosher salt, which is fine. You can use regular salt. Kosher salt just dissolves a little quicker. Throw some salt in. And I'm going to actually do this with the pepper. Because I can see what I'm putting in. We've never used this side yet. This side's nothing. There we go. That's a little too much.
Now she has a handful of pepper and doesn't know what to do with it. Da,
Yeah,
da, 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 da. Into the garbage. Ew. Now she got to wash her hands again because she does touch garbage.
Not really.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right, so now we have to just cook until it thickens. See, when you make the beans, you cook the beans till they're al dente. You don't want them cooked too much because they're going to finish cooking in the cream sauce.
And just like spaghetti, you take the bean and you throw it at the wall. And if it sticks, you know it's done. Right, Nance?
You could do that. I prefer to chew on a bean and taste it. All right, so now you don't.
It's like watching butter melt.
It is like watching butter melt. We'll turn the heat up a little bit.
Laura's laughing out loud. All right, glad we got a laugh.
Yeah, all right. All of a sudden, it's the thing with the cream sauce. All of a sudden, it's thick. And then 2 seconds later, it's boiling over. So you have to watch it.
Right. Because you don't want to boil the milk. You don't want to curdle the milk.
You could use a wire whisk. This is a Tefal pan, so I'm not using my wire whisk. I'm using a slotted spoon. I didn't bring my rubber whisk. Oh, wait, you have a rubber whisk, don't you?
Yes, it's right there in the drawer.
It's got to be washed, of course.
Of course it does. Everything just sits in a drawer forever.
Oh, you have a wire whisk. I did not know that.
Washing a wire whisk is a little tricky. Getting lots of laughs, lots of hearts, lots of everything. It looks like only one person's watching, so she's going crazy. All right, there we go with the wire whisk. Whisking, 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 whisking. I said whisking, not whiskey, because that would be wrong too. I don't think you put whiskey into cream green beans.
No, I did not. I mean, I'll put whiskey in a lot of things, but not cream green beans.
Okay.
So, So, our home viewers, do you have any more comments you'd like to share with them?
Right, yeah, you can go live. You can throw a question to us. We'll be happy to answer. We only have one watcher, so...
Nobody's got anything to say?
Nobody got anything to say. But she is watching, and we got
the
a lot.
butter, why don't you zoom in? The butter's starting to melt. Here, you can see it. It's...
Turn the light on the oven.
Oh, good.
No. The one above. There you go.
Is that better? Yeah. Oh, the stove makes the stove look dirtier. But...
Well, you didn't have to say that part.
It's all right. You clean it when you're done because
we're cooking now, man.
Yeah.
That's right. We're cooking.
You can tell we're cooking. We got stuff. Yeah. Well, thanks again, Laura, for the Keurig. That really was a big help this morning.
Yeah. And I'd like to thank Andy and Kendra for the nice pan that we're using.
And I think that this came with the pan too.
Yeah, that was that part of it. I mean, I got, love the frying pan. These things come really in handy.
Yeah.
All right. No, not a true roux, but whatever.
No, it's not a roux. I did not make a roux. Roux would have been flour and butter, and then I had the cream sauce. This is a different type of cream sauce. This is made with, I can hear it starting to boil, which means we should start getting thick. This is not the same kind of cream sauce. This is not a regular, it's not a traditional bechamel. You can hear it, I don't know. You can see it, it's starting to boil. Which is a good sign, because that means we should have a proper thickness. And it's okay if you make this too thick, because when you warm it up later, you add a little milk and, can thin it down just a hair. Look at this. This is what we're looking for.
So she's actually made the cream.
Here you go. There's the cream sauce. The butter's all melted. All right.
I don't know where everybody is.
Where did all of our viewers go?
We only have the one.
Is she still viewing?
Yes, we're still good. She said,
all right.
Okay, now the beans are going to be...
I'm going to turn the heat down now, since I got it to where I want it.
Otherwise, it's going to be boiling water.
The thing is, it won't be too much of a problem. Okay.
Use the...
And now, switch back to the spoon.
I'm hanging in there. All right, thanks, Laura. Because
here you go.
There it is. You can see the beans with the cream. And how long do we leave this on for, Nance?
You really only need, another few minutes, like 5-10 minutes, and you're done. See, but we're going to actually, at this point, now that I've got all the beans in the sauce, I'm just going to let it cool, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator, and then we'll warm it up later when it's time to eat.
Right.
We'll add a little milk, and then warm it up again.
Right.
Because I know it looks like it's really, really thick, and we'll just add a little milk to thin that down. But Mom's cream beans are done. You could eat them right, in like 5 minutes, or... as we're going to do, we're going to let this cool, cover the pan, put it in the refrigerator, and wait till dinner time. And there you go, step 3. Bye.
We're moving the turkey on the 12th try.
12, yeah.
All right. We need to poke a hole to let the juice flow out. So there's some juice right there. That one's going through. Let's get one on the other side. All right, take 17 seems to be going better than...
Let's take 12, Jay.
Okay. And we're way ahead of the game.
In case anybody's curious, John could really use some pot holders. Put that on the list.
Or oven mitts.
Oven mitts, preferably oven mitts. Good ones, not pretty ones that you hang in decorative. Ones that you can actually use.
Functional.
Yes, I'm camera ing.
Nancy Laura?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. performing surgery upon a turkey. It is important for you. Grab the one end. It's not hot. There we go.
See that? Looks a little. It's better over here.
Gosh.
Oh, the stuffing looks crispy and whatnot over there.
Yeah. Alright.
Get from the other angle. This doesn't look like this isn't the pretty side. And then these are all pulling away.
So make sure we're kind of loose there. Alright, so now I'm going to get some forks and lift the turkey out.
She says to throw it back in to brown it up.
Auntie Laura said throw it back in to brown it up a little bit more.
What do you think?
I agree, because it looks pale on this one side. Put that side in, face
Okay,
in.
but we got to take it out of the bag.
No, we don't.
Leave
No.
the bag on. The juice is now there.
Well, where are you going to put it in?
Right, pour it in the pan, I guess.
We're not taking it out of anything. Just
Okay.
tuck the bag down.
Or cut the bag away.
Or do what I just did and tuck it down.
She says to tuck it in, but too late for that.
Alright, open the oven. Got anything in the way? Rolls? Nope.
Nothing's in the way.
Back end it.
How to stop.
Finish.